What? And that's what I'll do next time, just in case there's like a ship about to go to warp, and then all you hear is whoop. I have a headache, man.
Yay.
I don't know which drugs would help either, you know? Like, that's the worst part. Like, I don't know, and I'm not talking headache drugs. Like, I don't know if I need, like, beer, or if I need something I can't get, or if I need caffeine, or valerian root, or what. I don't even know what drugs to take. As I say that, I have an ad on my browser for Pepto-Bismol.
You need all of them.
I do not need Pepto-Bismol. I've told you about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Pepto-Bismol makes me vomit on contact with the back of my throat. Like, it's the fastest thing ever.
That's exactly why you need it. Yeah,
like I like get a half swallow down, and then all of the contents of my stomach come straight back up.
Perfect.
It's amazing how fast I vomit.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but I've actually found, like, you know, just happenstance through Reddit. Apparently, I'm not the only one. Like, apparently there are a small group of people who that's how they respond to it. Like, their body just instantly rejects it.
I wonder if that's a psychosomatic thing, or
I don't know. I mean, and I would be hard pressed to think it is, because I mean, you would think that other stuff would do that, right?
Can you drink Pepsi?
Yeah, no problem. I don't like it very much, but you know, I mean, I don't hate it, but like, you know, I mean, if I don't mind Pepsi. Yeah. Yeah. Should we start the episode?
Yeah, let's get this thing.
All right.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm caught outside the bar, talking to a floozy. The song's all wrong, this is not my movie. I don't know why this happens to me. I don't know why this happens to me.
Hey Internet, Highway 47 here with you another time, and we are in Coronavirus Central here on planet Earth on the 12th of March 2020 to record this episode of Star Trek Picard. I am Shaggy B, with me is Dracofunk.
I'm sick, but I don't have the coronavirus.
And I don't know anything about life anymore. It's all insane. The world's going crazy. People are buying toilet paper for a disease that doesn't give you bathroom problems. I don't even understand it. But here we are. You know, and if you are at home sick, or at home because your job or your school or whatever makes you stay at home and enjoying us for the first time, welcome. Share the misery.
Yeah.
Email your misery to highway47productions@gmail.com.
And crockpot recipes to Harry Potter crockpot recipes @gmail.com.
And the aftermath to scrodrick@gmail.com. Scrodrick is not with us at this session. I imagine that we will be doing some more recording in the near future, and that we probably will not see him too much. Specifically because the types of jobs that Dracofunk and I work are the types of jobs that are likely to give us more free time during the coronavirus pandemic. And the type of job that Scrodrick has is the type of job that is likely to make him more busy during the coronavirus pandemic. So we wish him the best. We hope he stays healthy. And we'll keep the seat warm for you.
Yep.
So that's right. So we
Especially
are watching.
If we're out of toilet paper.
Absolutely. do people not have showers next to their toilets or something? Like, I mean, or like, how much toilet paper can you use? I don't even. I mean, and I understand, like, I mean, I said a while ago, like, there was a push probably 10 or 15 years ago. You know how these things work when there's like a worldwide movement and the corporations that actually cause it are trying to get you to feel guilty about your daily life so they don't have to change anything. And it was like, we need to reserve paper or preserve paper, not use as much paper, don't use as much paper. And they started saying things like, well, you really don't need more than 1 or 2 squares of toilet paper. And I'm like, listen, I am all about saving the world, but no man is going to tell me how much TP I need. And I understand that. You need what you need. But how much do you really need? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to ignore all the words you said, like, pushing and movements and...
If you do expunge yourself,
say that again.
Please. If you do expunge yourself during the episode, please take a microphone with you, and don't mute it, because the people need the real deal.
I promise that I mostly promise. I'm 90% sure I'm not going to hork during this episode.
Well,
90.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing it wasn't episode 5, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is Star Trek Picard Season 1, Episode 7, and the title is Nepenthe, I think is how they pronounce it.
Yes.
And what can you tell us about it, Dracofunk?
This episode aired the 5th of March, 2020. Has an IMDb rating, the highest thus far, of 8.7.
Oh, wow. So that puts it in league with like the Kalon episodes of the Orville.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it actually is that good, because I need good episodes of Star Trek, or else I don't know what will happen, but nobody will like it.
I lost my mouse. Oh, I was gonna say, you'll have broken pieces of things.
And I will. Shattered dreams.
No, broken pieces.
Broken pieces of shattered dreams. That I'll put in my impossible box.
In remembrance. In your...
In something, discovery, something. Daj menage vaj.
Cartage. Tongalong?
Tongalong. So basically everybody died in the last few episodes and will come back in this one, right? Is what I think is going to happen.
Something like that.
I mean, I've tried to avoid spoilers, but like I'm still seeing portraits of the people we've seen die on like poster images for new episodes. So that means their deaths were meaningless and they wasted the drama on nothing, like we all assumed that they would, and that it wasn't worth doing because it was just upsetting for no reason. But other than that, I really don't know what's going to happen in this episode, except for the parts you can't avoid the spoilers for, because they plaster faces all over everything. Like, oh, hey, Star Trek Picard's coming, and this episode is this, and you can't avoid it. So I know those things.
Like Leonard Nimoy tried to hide the fact that the Enterprise was destroyed in Star Trek 3.
Yep, and then the first preview, the very first voiceover, the destruction of the Enterprise! And then there it is. Yeah, just like that.
I really want... I want Leonard Nimoy to call him and say, "Go to hell."
He didn't say that till Star Trek 6. But
anyway, Shaggy was tell us how we were watching this if he was here.
I am here, but Scroderick is the person you meant to say.
Okay, I have a fever right now.
And the only cure is for you to open up CBS All Access, hit play, and then move the counter back to 0 once it's paused. and then wait for us to give you a 5-second countdown before the episode starts, and then you can watch it along with us. So, there will definitely be an 8-second baked in ad at the beginning of the video, because that's just how life is now. And you're just going to accept it. You're already here, and you can't do anything about it because you choose not to do anything about it. And so just there it is.
Hey, and if you're already here, you might as well binge watch all of season 1 of The Next Generation and season 1 and 2 of The Orville.
That's right.
Along with us.
Along with us. It's all on our channel. Click on the appropriate links that, you know how to navigate YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
We've done a couple movies. We did Highlander.
We did Highlander. We did the Boondock Saints. We did the
They Live.
They Live, the Rowdy Roddy Piper epic tale of aliens and slow pacing. We have done Santa Claus Conquers the Martians if you get desperate. Yeah, so check out our catalog, something to do. But for this episode, most of the stuff I said, we'll go through the 8 seconds together. We'll let you know when that's done, in case your version later in the future happens to be different. There may or may not be commercials wherever you're watching this. If there are commercials, it happens. We'll try to tell you where we think they're going to be, but what do we know?
Yeah.
We're just like regular working dudes, man.
Well, I'm not working right now.
Yeah. So have we said everything?
Yeah. Do the thing.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, this is Star Trek Picard, Season 1, Episode 7, Nepenthe, and we are starting it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kablamo!
CBS All Access.
Ooh. Oh, a recap. Imagine that.
They found someone you have.
I mean, it was more interesting, like, when we watched it when it happened. Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, okay, cool. She's been activated. I want Picard to suddenly be a Cockney thug. She's been activated.
That's like the thing from the... What are those guys?
Yeah, those guys.
Iconians.
Yeah, those guys.
There's the episode. Daystrom Institute, Okinawa. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this conversation that we saw part of. Commodore. Commodore. Ooh. Commodore. Oh. Gigabytes?
Tongue along? Mm-hmm.
We need your adorable, innocent face.
You're supposed to ask first.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't need to see that.
Oh, God. Why? Why?
That's okay. I'm like 80% sure I'm not going to do that.
That was 90 a few minutes ago.
You weren't supposed to eat it.
She's taking the blue pill. They made her take the blue pill. It's interesting that they're using the danger noise from the Enterprise D bridge. Well, get ready for more violence. Knows not, does he? Nobody's naked. Welp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, it's one of those things. Remember those from Nemesis?
No, those aren't the scorpions. Those are
Oh,
kind of like them, but not exactly.
okay.
So where's Elrod?
Dead, except not dead, probably. He'll be fine.
Of course.
Of course it is. How the hell can you judge him for being crazy?
We're not even to the theme song. Calm down.
We're not to the... We're literally 10 minutes in. This is a 10-minute cold open. 10 minutes is now. $10 and 13 seconds before the theme song. Even if you subtract the baked-in ad, that's 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Not that we're anybody to talk about a long opener. 10 minutes.
Wonder what the longest Next Generation cold open was.
I just noticed that this episode, actually runs 58 minutes, 59 seconds without commercials. So they're not even making this in a format that'll fit on TV.
Does a TV format even really matter anymore?
Does any of this really matter anymore?
Is this the real life?
It's not a fantasy.
So there may or may not be a commercial right about
A few seconds from now.
almost
Coming
up around the corner. Commercial break. We're back.
Whee! Ooh, ninth chord. Nepenthe. As opposed to Ruhrpente.
Is that a jackalope?
That. Okay, that was a hare with a unicorn on it. They couldn't even CG a space rabbit. I'm suddenly old and wise in the ways of the world.
Captain Crandall?
Captain Crondor.
Cronor. No, they were real fake people.
Yeah, your sister was real. That's a fair response. Completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, it's Kirk's house from the Nexus. I'm gonna steal their shoes. I'm gonna run for the hills.
Hmm. Isn't she supposed to be dead?
That was an alternate future. That was the anti-time future.
That's right.
No.
You're lying. I can tell when you're lying. I'm an empath. I know when you're lying.
But we kind of need you to do that whole psychiatry thing, you know, that you used to do back before the cheese graters and the flowers.
Is that Lee Morgan?
I don't know.
I thought he was supposed to be an admiral.
I mean, they can talk to each other on first name bases, you think? If only I had a first officer.
Oh. Like 75% sure I'm not going to puke during this.
Bunny corn. Ah! Oh, we get to see her shower because that's sexy. Oh, wait. like centuries.
I think it dreams about your mom. No.
I mean, you want to see some mucus? Keep talking, kid.
I'm like 60% sure I'm not going to puke during this.
Can you tell me about your other bodily fluids? Thaddeus, no! Finally.
Still might not let her fly my ship.
Oh, the cello theme in a different key.
Commercial break.
Whee!
We're back.
Woo!
Not you. Just keep standing. Tech thingies.
Like in Star Wars. There's one. Drugs, 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 drugs.
The cake's a lie. Made with real Iwan eggs.
You know, a man will tell a chef things he'll never tell his first officer. Nice data head nod.
Both of them.
Speaking of drinking, Yep. A man will tell his chef things he'll never tell his first officer.
Unlike you.
Yeah. Aww. Ouch. Yeah, because I can't tell.
Somebody's burning the pizza. Mm-hmm. This episode's word of the day is burnt tomato. Commercial break.
Whee!
We're back.
Woo! Oh, good. We're back here. Uh,
Mm-hmm. I was really hoping Q had some board thing.
that's what they were going to get. Oh, okay. He needs an oil change.
Georgie's going to be sad.
Yeah.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
It's
That was bad.
the only joke you can make. There you go. Heroin cake. I'm noticing a lot of Next Generation sound effects in this episode. I don't think I noticed them before.
I roofied your cake. I hate cake.
No, it's blood.
I'm like 40% sure I'm not going to puke during this episode. Remember how
I'm sorry for laughing, but
I said I was sick?
yep.
No. We have to eat pizza.
Great, now everybody knows.
Commercial break.
Yee-hoo.
Back.
Oh.
Can we stop talking about puking, please?
Nope. This is very well played because we've seen the scene where he knew exactly what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Puke harder.
Only 30% sure I'm not going to puke.
Yep. Bye, Doc.
Please don't puke.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
He's serious.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Presumably, that's a key, and B, something that he knows is a key. No shit, you had like the fucking valedictorians of Starfleet. Jesus Christ, you had the easiest crew on. Mm-hmm. We still don't know the name of his condition.
And he loves children. Oh, wait, the other thing.
It'll take me about 7.38 seconds, give or take.
probably doesn't work because that planet's magnetic field is different than the one it was designed to work on.
That's a fair point. I think it's the first time we've heard that motive in this show.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to see the next thing. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, what are your thoughts?
You know, that was an episode.
Yeah. In fact. Yeah. It wasn't like a randomly chopped out point of a story that is too long. Yeah, that was an episode.
Unlike the first 5 parts.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't call it an episode. It was 5 parts.
Yeah. I'm not going to go so far as to say it stands totally independent. I mean, there are things that you need to have seen, the immediate prior episode for.
But it told a story.
It told its own story, right? Yeah, you're right. That really was very... Yeah, that was an episode. That was a standalone single thing that it was. Huh.
I have a question for you. Do you believe it's worth its IMDb rating, which 8.7, which it has held?
Compared to the Kalon episodes of Orville, that's what. Okay, well, let's go back and compare. Okay, so I'm going to pull up IMDb.
It's now down to 8.6.
In the hour it took us to watch that. Wow. Okay, so let's see. All right, so episodes of the Orville, we're looking for an 8.6, right? Season 2, episode 14, The Road Not Taken, is an 8.6. That was the most recent episode, and we did watch that one. That's the one where they went to the alternate universe and it was Star Wars instead of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No. This is not that good. I don't think that was a perfect episode of the Orville either. There were things about it that I think were kind of cheesy and hokey.
Okay, let's put it in a different range.
Sure.
This is the highest This is the highest rated episode of Picard.
That I agree with completely. Yeah, best episode so far. And I say that.
Can I add one thing to that when you're done? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to qualify that by saying that I don't know how you could watch episode 6 without the resentment of the first 5 episodes clouding your opinion of episode 6. I don't think it's possible to consider episode 6 on its own. And that kind of makes the rating comparison thing a little bit invalid in a way. Like, episode 6 is the culmination of episodes 1 through 5. It is done well, but everything that led up to it was so bad that you just episode 6 is just it's a gold coat on a turd, and 7, like you said, it's an episode. It stands more on its own. So I would say that it is the best so far, but I would say that it is not really more satisfying to watch than episode 6 was, in my mind. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What were you going to say?
I'm going to say this, out of all the episodes, this is the most Star Trek episode.
Yes, I agree with that too.
Good.
Very much agree with that.
I'm not going to say it's perfect, but I think this is. If every episode would have been like this, we would have been approaching this whole series differently.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Very true. And the thing that gets me about it is that, you know, we didn't need Deanna Troi and Will Riker to cause that to happen, but they were the people who caused it to happen in this episode. What I wish was true about this series is that we had other people who were also, you know, functional adults. but more so than that, I wish that we had a few new characters who we could respect. There isn't a single new character that we have any respect for, except for, the twins to some degree. And in reality, that's not so much respect for accomplishments as it is just a pass because of their innocence. Like, it's in the same way that you don't respect, you don't necessarily have like high regard and respect and an admiration of a 10-year-old that you meet. You don't look at little kids and go, oh wow, that's a person who's really put it together, because they're a kid and they just haven't had a chance, right? So yeah, and I think that eats at me a little bit, that we had to bring other characters that other people created decades ago back in order to get characters that can do things that are positive and conducive to something that we can latch onto and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. What
needs to happen now is that the characters we do have need to grow and evolve, and they need to change. We need these people to repair themselves and become better people through some means that, frankly, we don't really see yet. I don't expect. I see a possibility for Narek to kind of grow and give up the spy thing and become an honest guy. I see an avenue for that, but
I kind of don't want it.
I don't want it either, because
I don't like that guy.
I don't like that guy. and not only that, but I don't know how you could sell that, and obviously his sister, whatever her name is not going to do. Elnor's a grunt, he's just a he's an NPC basically. The Daystrom lady, Agnes, I find it hard to believe that they didn't kill her right there. In fact, as she was, taking the toxin, I was like, okay, great, they killed another one for no reason, great. And the fact that she was just in a coma, I was really, really floored by.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
Like, I know this is Star Trek Picard, so Picard's like the character I care about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, let me rephrase this. Out of all the other characters in the show, mm-hmm. which one do you care the most about?
At this point, Soji.
After Soji.
Oh, well.
Like the crew of his ship.
Raffi, probably.
Raffi? Yeah. I'm going to say, I think Rios is the next most interesting.
Well, Raffi is the most realistic to me. She I can see, we know enough of her history. We know that she was in Starfleet and that she was probably passionate, and I hate that word, but enthusiastic and eager and committed and invested to a fault. And it would follow Picard's character to choose her as a number one, type figure because of that, because she was so dedicated to her ideals. That would very much be a Picard choice.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, and that works well with, like, you know, we know how he chose Riker for the Enterprise, because the thing that stood out to him about Riker was that that Riker refused to let the captain of another ship beam down to a planet when he believed it wasn't safe, and so he disobeyed orders, and, you know, all that stuff. And it impressed him that he went against his captain when he knew he was right. And so Rafi's personality would fit that profile very much. I'm sure she's very independent and very able to just, you know, trust her instincts and all that stuff. And that's something Picard values. And her fall from grace makes sense because she invested everything into her ideals and into Picard. And then, you know, he gave up. What does she have left? You know, that type of personality, you know, is the type of personality that that's an addict's personality, you know, that will get hooked on drugs and will let their life decay and all that. So Rafi is relatable, and I have hope in her because she has these demons that she's fighting, and she's got problems, and she has a bad past, and she's made poor decisions, but she has clear potential. And, you know, there's reason to have faith in her, and I actively want her to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually pretty invested in her. But Rios doesn't impress me. He's, you know, he's got the same expression on his face all the time. He's Han Solo, but less interesting to me. He's not as witty. He's not as charming. He's not as smart. He's good at what he does, but, you know, he's a secret, mysterious guy, but why? And then when he's him, he sits around with the same expression on his face all the time, but then I'll put him in a pimp suit and suddenly he can pull off being whatever. And I get that the actor has range, but the character doesn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else is dead. I just don't know. I don't like disposable characters. I don't know. I'm saying a lot about what I don't like, but the truth is that there's a lot of good here. It's a shame to me that we started off with such crap to work with, and it really feels like Riker and Troy were a Hail Mary because the writers bungled creating characters for so long that they realized that the only way out of it was to bring people that we know back to behave in a way that we know, because they haven't given us anything else in any of these other people yet. And that upsets me.
I can see that. But
yeah,
at the same time, we wanted to see the characters come back.
We did. You know. Yeah. Even that these days seems kind of trite, though. You know, like, oh, it's the person you knew 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Solo, here's Commander Riker. Let's just pick your franchise and a person from it who's willing to take a paycheck. You know, here's Luke Skywalker. Oh, wow, look at that. You know, yeah. It's great. It's good to see him. But I wish they could build something new out of it that is honest and real and works.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this. I actually enjoyed this episode more than.
Yeah, I think I did too. I think my overall, like, watching the episode, I don't think there was a single point where I like rolled my eyes at it or felt like I was watching something stupid or cheesy or that I was wasting my time. I was invested. I like this.
Most of the time I was like 30% sure I wasn't going to puke. You notice the day I'm sick.
Yeah, we watched the vomitorium special, yeah.
It's like 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm like 30% sure I'm not going to puke now.
And then one of them was red and like all chunky and like
25% sure.
All right. Well, we better get off of here before I take this too far, and we really do, get to know what Dracofunk is like on the inside, if you know what I mean.
Oh. I'm really
Gonna-
Can I say this? And I'm not joking. I'm really not feeling well right now.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let's get out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, wow. All right. Dodge, menage, vage.